Right now, as you're watching this video, your liver is desperately trying to handle over 500 essential tasks while slowly shrinking and struggling to keep up. But here's the medical secret your doctor probably never mentioned. Even after 60, your liver can still regenerate up to 75% of its damaged tissue if you know which foods to eat. Most seniors are unknowingly blocking this regeneration process every single day. Meanwhile, a Johns Hopkins study revealed that seniors with the healthiest livers all share one nutrition pattern, and it has nothing to do with expensive supplements or detox programs. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what that pattern is. Hi, I'm Vernon, and for over 25 years, I've helped older adults make smarter nutrition choices that actually work with the body as it ages. I first got serious about liver health after reviewing labs for one of my longtime clients. She ate well, exercised, didn't drink, and still had signs of early liver dysfunction. That's when I realized most liver damage after 60 has nothing to do with alcohol and everything to do with silent overload. Today, I'm going to walk you through 3 everyday foods that can make a real difference for your liver after 60. You won't need a cleanse kit, prescription pills, or trendy supplements, just simple, consistent choices that work with your body, not against it. When used regularly, these foods can help your liver flush toxins, produce bile more efficiently, and even begin restoring tissue that's been quietly breaking down for years. Before we dive in, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on the bell. This space is built for thriving after 61 smart choice at a time. The key is knowing exactly what to eat and when. Let's start with the first food that can trigger liver regeneration, but only if you prepare it correctly. Food number 1. Cruciferous vegetables, the gentle powerhouses. Most people don't think of everyday vegetables when they hear liver regeneration. But if you ask seniors who are aging well, many of them will mention one surprisingly simple habit: adding a serving of cruciferous vegetables to their meals every day, not as a trend, but as a steady, nourishing anchor in their routine. I was reminded of this during a quiet weekend lunch with Robert, a retired math teacher and an old acquaintance from my daughter's school days. As we sipped tea in his backyard, watching the breeze move through his garden, he confided, "Every time I go in for routine blood work, the doctor mentions my liver enzymes are a bit elevated." Nothing alarming, but still not great. He had already cut back on alcohol and was drinking more water. "I even tried one of those detox kits," he said with a wry smile, "but it didn't make much of a difference. The real change only came after I asked him, 'Do you ever eat broccoli or kale?' Things like that?" He shook his head. "Maybe once a month?" So I gave him one simple challenge: add cruciferous vegetables 3-4 times a week. Steam them, saute them lightly, drizzle a little olive oil and lemon juice, just make it routine. I told him, it doesn't have to be fancy, just consistent. 6 months later, Robert texted me, "Liver enzymes stabilized, and I don't feel that afternoon crash anymore." He told me every lunch now includes a quick side of sautéed greens. Tasty, simple, and I just feel lighter. He said he no longer needed a nap after lunch, and even his focus while reading had improved. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, Brussels sprouts, and bok choy are packed with plant compounds called glucosinolates. Once digested, these convert into sulforaphane and indole 3-carbinol, which stimulate the liver's natural production of glutathione, your body's master antioxidant. Glutathione plays a vital role in neutralizing toxins, protecting liver cells from oxidative damage, and reducing chronic inflammation, a major factor in age-related liver decline. A 2014 study in the World Journal of Gastroenterology found that adults over 60 who ate at least 4 servings of cruciferous vegetables per week had significantly higher glutathione activity and lower markers of liver inflammation than those who ate them less than once a week. The researchers concluded that even modest but consistent intake could help slow or even reverse mild fatty liver progression in older adults. If you're already adding broccoli or kale to your meals, drop a green power in the comments. Your habit might just inspire someone else to start their liver reset today. But cruciferous vegetables are just the beginning. The next food works even deeper, literally helping your liver rebuild itself from the inside out. Food number 2. Beets, the root of regeneration. Clinical reviews in recent years, including a 2020 paper from Nutrients, have pointed to something surprising about beets. Among adults over 60, those who ate them just a few times a week experienced better bile flow, more balanced liver enzymes, and higher nitric oxide levels, which help detoxify the body and improve circulation. Researchers credited these effects to betaine, a powerful compound in beets that protects liver cells from oxidative damage and supports methylation, one of the liver's core detoxification processes that often weakens with age. This isn't just abstract science. It's a real, accessible way for seniors to take back control of their liver health. Beets are among the top natural detox foods that gently stimulate liver function without stressing the system, something particularly important after 60, when the liver becomes more sensitive to inflammatory triggers and fat accumulation. In fact, this is what prompted me to revisit a memory I hadn't thought about in years. Back when I was in my early 40s, my grandfather, a retired mechanic in his late 70s, was quietly battling fatty liver and low energy. He rarely complained, but I remember one summer afternoon when I visited and found him dozing off mid-sentence, tea untouched beside him. I asked my mom what was going on, and she said his doctor told him to stop drinking wine and avoid heavy food, but there's not much else they suggested. That night, I brought over a few groceries, including raw beets. "We're making a change," I told him. He chuckled. "If it's red and it isn't wine, I'll try it." We started slowly grating fresh beet into salads, blending it with lemon and ginger, even baking it into thin slices like chips. Over the next few months, his afternoon fatigue lessened and his checkups improved. By fall, he was waking earlier, walking farther, and I'll never forget this, he actually beat me at chess for the first time in years. That's when I truly understood. Some of the most powerful changes come from the simplest, most consistent habits. Beets didn't just help his liver function, they helped him feel more present in his own life. Now, you might be wondering about my grandfather's wine habit I mentioned earlier, because that's a question I get all the time from seniors. Many of you have asked me about alcohol's role in a liver-supportive lifestyle, especially red wine, which many seniors still believe is harmless. That's exactly why I created Stop Drinking Alcohols in these 3 ways if you're over 60. You'll find the link in the description. It pairs perfectly with today's guide. Now, back to these incredible roots. Beets may not be the flashiest food on the plate, but their role in senior health, particularly for those managing fatty liver, bile production, and chronic inflammation, cannot be overstated. Just 1/2 cup a few times a week, whether roasted, raw, or juiced, can lay the foundation for natural liver regeneration after 60. While beets work on detoxification and circulation, our final food tackles the silent inflammation that's been damaging your liver for years. Food number 3. Garlic, the kitchen remedy that stood the test of time. No one ever suspects the quiet ones, especially in the kitchen. At first glance, garlic seems too simple to matter, too familiar. But what it lacks in flash, it makes up for in frequency, preparation, and timing. When used right, garlic doesn't just add flavor, it adds resilience. I didn't fully appreciate this until a conversation with my aunt, Helen, during a quiet afternoon visit. She was in her early 70s, once a nurse, now a garden-obsessed home cook who rarely missed her morning walks. That day, she was simmering a broth when I asked what gave it such depth. "Oh, just garlic," she said casually, "but I crush it and let it sit before cooking. Releases something called allicin, I think, that stopped me in my tracks." Because she was right, allicin is the compound formed when garlic is crushed and left to rest before heat is applied. It's been shown to support glutathione production, reduce liver inflammation, and enhance bile flow, all critical for liver detox, especially after 60, when liver function naturally slows. A 2019 study in Food and Function confirmed it. Adults with early-stage fatty liver, who consumed aged garlic daily for 15 weeks, saw reduced liver enzymes, ALT, better metabolic profiles, and improved antioxidant status. The researchers emphasized the importance of active allicin, which only appears with correct preparation. Visual. A ceramic bowl of garlic broth beside a journal titled Daily Reset. Helen's notes. Steam curls upward as the light dims toward evening. But Aunt Helen hadn't read the study, she'd just listened to her body. She told me about her struggles a year prior: sluggishness, bloating, and vague discomfort under her ribs. Nothing serious, but nothing right either. Her doctor mentioned mild liver congestion, handed her a list of supplements, and told her to come back in 6 months. Instead, she did what her mother used to do: a daily soup or stir-fry with 1 clove of garlic crushed, rested, gently cooked. I didn't expect anything, she shrugged. But a few weeks in, I felt cleaner. That's the only word I have. She added that her skin wasn't as dull, she stopped needing afternoon naps, and surprisingly, she felt less reactive to certain foods. Her follow-up blood work? Liver enzymes back in normal range. Senior health isn't about hacks or quick fixes. It's about rituals that work because they're rooted in both tradition and science, like garlic, when handled with care. Overcooking, skipping the crush and rest, or treating garlic as just flavor, these are easy mistakes. I've covered the 6 most common ones in a video called Alert. Stop these 6 garlic mistakes to boost immunity after 60. You'll find the link in the description, and it'll help you unlock the full power of this humble bulb for your liver and beyond. We've just explored 3 everyday foods: cruciferous vegetables, beets, and garlic, that can do more for your liver than most supplements ever will. Together, these 3 foods create a powerful trinity. Cruciferous vegetables boost your detox enzymes, beets enhance circulation and bile flow, and garlic fights the inflammation that damages liver cells. It's not magic, it's science working with your body's natural healing ability. To help you start, here's a simple smoothie you can enjoy 2 to 3 times a week. Daily Liver Reset Smoothie. 1/2 steamed or raw beet. Juice of 1/2 lemon. A handful of spinach or kale. A slice of fresh ginger. 1 cup of water or coconut water. Optional. 1/2 green apple for taste. Blend until smooth. Drink mid-morning for best absorption. Which of these 3 liver-supporting foods have you tried? Drop a comment below. Your story might inspire someone else to start their liver reset. If this video helped, tap like so more seniors can discover it. Subscribe and hit the bell. I'm here each day with science-based tips to help you age with strength, clarity, and confidence. Thanks for spending this time with me, and remember, the right foods, done daily, can support your liver for years to come. I'll see you in the next video.